I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
Smash Mouth Footballers. Introducing Nick Tate, Joe Caldero, Chad Young, Smash Mouth Footballers.
Hey, welcome to Smash Mouth Footballers. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And guys, guess what? Today we're going to go over the AFC free agency and did it move the needle and maybe what they need to do in the draft.
So we'll just go team by team in the AFC and go over their depth chart.
Okay.
Because their depth charts is what's going to be the tell-all.
Yep. So let's start off with Buffalo Bills. Joe, I mean, what do you think about their pickups, and do you feel like it improved their team any?
DJ Moore does move the needle for me, for them. DJ Moore was acquired in a trade with the Bears. They got the 5th round pick, and they gave up a 2nd round pick. I think it was a good deal for them because he steps in the room as the number 1. Does he not?
I mean, yeah.
They've made so many mistakes. Like Coleman was a pick that they got in the draft, and he ended up being nothing over the last couple of years. So I think DJ Moore's a proven commodity. I like proven commodities in wide receivers.
For me, it's kind of a let's see what happens type situation for DJ Moore. So DJ Moore, the last couple of teams he's been on is supposed to be the guy, and it didn't happen to be the guy in Carolina. And there's other issues on these teams other than just, him being the issue. Could be because like Carolina at the time didn't have a quarterback.
Yep.
And then, last year, I mean, we've got a lot younger rookies that come out and taken over. The field was flooded with wide receivers for Chicago. But now I feel like it just kind of depends on the connection that DJ Moore can build with Josh Allen.
I think Josh Allen's good enough to build a connection with him. I mean, it's definitely a running team. It's James Cook, it's Josh Allen, and I think DJ Moore can be a 1,000-yard receiver in this.
I think
offense.
so too. What do you think? What do you think this team needs going forward after they've done all these moves in free agency?
Well, they improved a lot on defense, on the pass defense. The run defense was a problem for them. It seemed like they brought in Chubb. They brought in some defensive players. It looks like they're trying.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
they got C.J. Garner. They picked him up.
Yeah, so the issue with him, it must be a personality issue because the guy is a baller. He's a hitter. He can cover. I guess it has to be a personality because he's been on like 5 teams in 5 years. He was on 2 teams in 1 year. So I like him. I mean, he was a Saint at one time, but his personality traits, he's gonna have to change himself a little bit. They got Geno Stone too, so they got 2 pretty good safeties there.
Okay.
They went heavy on safeties. So
I feel like in the draft they got to make a move to where something is different, because the way the NFL works, football works, is who comes up with the next thing that nobody else is doing.
Right.
You go back 6 years, 5 years, it was running quarterbacks. The teams of the running quarterbacks are the ones getting ahead because no one was really doing it during the Drew Brees era and stuff like that. Now everybody's got a running quarterback, and the person I feel like that's the most important on this team is Josh Allen. And if you haven't noticed, the guys with the quarterbacks that are the elite quarterbacks, the teams for some reason aren't the ones winning the Super Bowl.
No.
So if you go to the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, the first one out of his whole draft class to win a Super Bowl ring, and you got Baker Mayfield, you've got Josh Allen, and you got Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Now, all those I feel like are better quarterbacks, but the team and the trickery and all the things and the quality of players, like
I can tell you why.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, and
the lack of that talent on these other teams,
exactly.
On Baltimore, on Buffalo.
I feel like Buffalo has to find that more dominant. I don't think the running game is the issue either. I think James Cook is like I don't think you really get much better than James Cook.
James Cook is great.
I think it's in the wide receiver, tight end era.
But remember, they found gold in James Cook as a drafted rookie.
Right.
So they're going to have to draft and pay that rookie salary for 4 years, whatever, a wide receiver. They've lost out on them. They haven't done good on drafting them because, and this is the reason why they're paying their quarterback $250 million. Where are you going to? There's a cap.
Yeah.
So where are you going to get the money for these other players besides extending contracts out? And that's what they did. So that's why these other teams can't get the players that they need because these huge contracts. Lamar, huge contract.
There's got to be a cap because going forward, just in the future, as the ceiling rises, I mean, we're looking millions and billions of dollars. Eventually, you got to stop and say, look, I'm only going to pay you this much. I don't care if you feel like you can do better. It's going to turn into a retirement. It's going to turn into a retirement plan at some point. It's going to be like we'll pay you for 15 years. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's retarded. And then you can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
next team.
Let's go Miami.
Miami. I love this one. So we were talking about Malik Willis being a good pickup for them. They didn't break the bank. They only paid him 3 years, $67 million, 45 fully guaranteed. That's not breaking the bank on a 3-year contract for a starting level quarterback. Okay. It's not the same guy who was drafted by the Tennessee Titans. This guy has improved mightily going through the Green Bay system. You saw them 2 games he played. He looked phenomenal. Then they go and they get rid of Waddle, which blew my mind. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that one coming at all.
I think Malik Willis is a great pickup. I do. I think it was a good answer to a damaged quarterback core. I don't like the wide receiver pickups. I'm not saying Tutu Atwell and Jalen Tolbert weren't good moves for the free agency, but you kind of depleted, like you said with Waddle, you depleted your wide receiver core by removing
your number one, and then you picked up a couple number 3s. And, in the world of math, it just doesn't add up. Tutu has the ability to be a high-level number 2. You remember when with the Rams, he had to be number 2 at times with injuries and everything else that happened. Jalen Tolbert's just a speed freak. I mean, that dude is fast, but he's a return man.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with them. I think they're going all in on the run. I think they're going to use the 2 running backs heavily. It's going to be, it has to be RPO. It has to be RPO, the run pass option. Otherwise, because they don't have the wide receivers to go far down the field. It has to be intermediate, close range. So it looks to me like a run.
I kind of feel like there's got to be a move coming in the future. If you can get a more dominant tight end, the next Brock Bowers or Njoku or
put Njoku in the slot.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. So maybe they've got something in the future in the draft for the slot. I think that would change the game.
I mean, there's 4 or 5 good wide receivers coming out.
Yeah,
and they got
some picks.
They got some picks. So let's see. I mean, do I have faith in them doing the right thing? I used to have faith in the Dolphins. I don't know if I do now or not. But they worked on their defense, so maybe their defense will be better to keep the offense off the field so much.
Right now, like I told you earlier, I kind of see this as Green Bay remade from last year, right? You don't have a dominant wide receiver.
Nope.
You got the same quarterback. You got a good run game, just like you did in Green Bay. It just kind of seems the same build, and that's not a team that's going to go to the Super Bowl. So, like I just said, there's got to be something in the draft or some kind of move they're looking to do before the season starts to get that.
There's money.
That's something,
There's money out there. They have money.
Yeah.
What they have done here is they have the same wide receiver talent as a Buffalo with a quarterback who's paid so much money. Malik Willis isn't getting paid that much money. They still have to pay Tua's contract too now.
Yep.
But they have money. The number 1 receiver is not on this team yet.
Yeah, that's kind of where we are, yeah.
So could it be Brian Thomas Jr.? Could it be A.J. Brown? Could it be?
Oh, yeah, now we're talking money. I like that.
So I would love to see Brian Thomas Jr. go there.
That would be a good move. That would make the team better.
He's just not there yet. And I think the team will be better. Maybe not this season, but the season after, this team will be clicking on all cylinders. It's
definitely a good move.
Yeah. I mean, they're not in a perpetual rebuild like the Browns or the Jets. These guys will figure it out.
Unless they beat Malik Willis up this year, he's going to be good for a while.
Yeah, I have complete faith in Malik Willis. I think his ceiling is crazy high because he's such a fast runner. He makes really good decisions. He can sling the ball when given the opportunity.
I was watching one of them TikToks. He threw an 80-yard pass in practice.
Yeah, on a dime.
So, I like it.
Everybody talks about Bryce Young throwing these deep balls. He has Ted McMillan who can run. He did it in college, run under any ball. This guy, Malik Willis, throws dimes. So
see what happens.
I have faith in them. I think they'll do the right thing here.
All right. Going into the next one, we got the Pats.
So the Patriots bring in Romeo Doubs.
I think it's a good move.
He's a steady hand. He was the only thing Green Bay had at most of the season for 2 years to be that reliable down the field receiver. He's a number 2. He's not a number 1. So I kind of feel
like they brought in a younger Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
where he is today, where he used to be.
Yeah, because he was a physical specimen back in the day. He could create space and everything.
We had Stephon Diggs from last year, and then we bring in a younger version of last year's version of Stephon Diggs.
Romeo Doubs does a couple of things great. He runs routes like a true professional, and when the ball hits him in the hands, he drops nothing. So I think that Guardian helmet that he wears is slowing him down a little bit, because it may be acting like a parachute or something on there.
It can't be much lighter.
So, I think it's a good pickup, and I think it's going to do a lot of detriment to Green Bay losing him. Yeah. But they didn't do anything else. They still believe in the fullback, so they got Reggie Gilliam. Julian Hill as a tight end doesn't move the needle for me. But
no.
As far as the depth chart goes, Romeo Doubs is listed as the 1, right?
Yep.
So,
running game, I really don't think they need to change anything up. They still got Ramondre as the number 1. Travion Henderson is the number 2. That running game was pretty solid for last year. Quarterback, no issues there. Like you said, there's just got to be some pizzazz somewhere between tight end and wide receivers, and maybe they're looking at slow and steady wins the race.
You remember before the season started last year, everybody believed Travion Henderson was going to take this job by a long shot, and Ramondre was going to be a nothing. I told you guys Ramondre was going to be a huge problem because Ramondre runs hard, and Ramondre is a battering ram, and that's what they needed. So what they did last year, and they did it perfectly, Ramondre in the first quarter, beat him down. Travion comes in, and his finesse and his speed around the edge, and he was hurting them. He was hurting teams with that speed. The dude's got legs as big around his mind, not like a weightlifter. So he goes down pretty easily. Ramondre does not, but Ramondre fumbles the ball. Travion does not. So
you always do with Ramondre.
Yeah, you got to take that with everything else, though. He runs so hard.
So, like in the Super Bowl, that's kind of where I kind of gauge this team is they went to the Super Bowl and they didn't make it, and I feel like
got exposed.
Well, that's the thing. So I feel like when you're one of these managers looking at this team and you're like, all right, what can I do to improve this? I want to win the Super Bowl going next year or the year after. You have to look at what stopped them and how we can get around that, and hopefully, maybe they can gauge either their offensive plays or maybe they're going to, they really didn't, they got a left guard. They got Vera Tucker from the Jets, but I just don't see like they've made enough moves to either improve the line or give them, some kind of edge. And that's what they need. This is what most of these teams not winning Super Bowls is they don't have an edge. Seattle had a defense that could not be stopped. And then they had playmakers that just made it happen. Like Rashid Shaheed, they brought him in mid-season, and he was a dominant force of like
kick returning, deep ball passes.
And you pair him up with Njigba.
Crazy.
And it's hard to stop. And
yeah, you just send Shaheed flying right down the field, and he has to be covered.
Exactly. So when you look at this team right here, you kind of look at it the same way. Did they make enough moves on defense to where they can stop every team that's going forward, or did they make a new move on offense where they can dominate in the offensive game and just don't feel like they're there yet?
No, I think that they're going in the same quality team that they were. They lost Bourne. They lost some pieces, but they brought Romeo Doubs in. So I think they're right where they left off at.
Yeah.
This is a thing that they're going to have to figure out with their offensive line, how to stop 3 safety sets.
Yeah,
that's what killed them in the Super Bowl.
And that's probably what everybody's going to start going forward. Because it's, again, like I just said earlier, is everybody 5 years ago, running quarterbacks weren't a thing, maybe 6 years ago. Now everybody's trying to get one, and now everybody saw what Seattle did. Now they're all going to want to go to that too, because they see how that's a shutdown defense. Next thing you know, who's going to come up with the next unstoppable?
When you've got 2 safeties blitzing,
playmakers.
When you got 2 safeties blitzing and one still back in coverage,
that's hard to beat.
And everybody was like, "Why is he not running?" Their quarterback. Why was he not running? He didn't know where to go.
I think for Drake May in the Super Bowl, he played it so safe. If you noticed, he was doing everything he could not to get an interception. His plays were very precise, but every once in a while to win, you got to take risks.
Yeah, I mean, once you're down by so much, who cares how many interceptions you get?
Yep, you got to sling the ball. You got to get some yardage, and I think that's what that's what really hurt them is they weren't taking that extra step. Yeah, it may be risk-reward situation, but, at the time, you're playing the Super Bowl, man. Risk everything.
That's when you
go
need,
big or go home.
That's when you need Jameis Winston on your team. Yeah. Okay, Drake May, come on out. We're putting Jameis in.
Oh,
He's going to sling it down the field.
Don't care.
And try to put a football in a hole that big.
Yep. So.
Okay. Next team, New York Jets.
Oh, God.
I was a Jets fan as a kid. I hate to admit it, man, but I was. Chad Pennington, to me, was the epitome of a game-managing quarterback. They don't have that here anymore. They haven't had it since him.
I just feel like and I wanted to say there's no such thing as curses, but this seems like this team is cursed.
That their curse is their owner.
Maybe everybody's wrong. Maybe we're all wrong. Geno Smith may come to this team. Maybe put him with
what in his past would say that we are wrong. He's been in the league forever.
I know. That's kind of where I'm at. I feel like I'm just trying to throw it out there as a hypothetical that maybe somebody sees something we don't, but I don't see anything. I see zero improvement from last year. Zero right now. So
maybe he just wanted to retire a Jet for the team that drafted him.
That's true.
That's the only thing I can gather. But
why, as a team, would you risk that for what? Really, you got to do something with it.
I mean, the money wise, Geno was a lot cheaper, but they could have had one of a lot of people. They could have had Kyler Murray. He would have immediately improved this roster.
I agree.
Geno didn't improve this roster.
No.
They franchise tagged Breece Hall. I hope they don't ruin this kid's career.
That's what it looks like they're doing.
They have such a weak offensive line. They're going to hurt this kid if they don't do something.
And all they did was go out and get a left guard. So they didn't make any moves yet.
They didn't do anything. They haven't done anything.
They did a lot of defensive moves.
But their defensive moves are good.
So that's awesome. But if you can't score, you can't win.
And that might be why they had to get Geno, because of the money that they spent on defense. Boy, they spent some money on defense.
Let's go back to the Super Bowl. Right? Pats couldn't score. Seahawks won. And Pat's defense was showing up. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It was hard for them to score. It was hard for Seattle to score. Yep. But eventually those guys get tired.
Yeah, Pats had one of the top 2 or 3 defensive players in the league on their team. He was doing great.
Gonzalez was shutting down everybody.
But you can't stop everything.
And that's the thing. You got to have an offense that scores. And then you got Garrett Wilson. That's awesome. The rest of it Breece Hall, yes. Like you said, if you can't get through the line, what are we doing here?
But when in free agency have you ever noticed all these teams going heavy on free agent safeties. I mean, the Jets, the team that has no chance of winning anything, are bringing in 3 safeties. Yep. So teams noticed. They noticed what Seattle was doing.
Yep.
Going heavy on corners. Is the safety back? Is the safety a must-have now in the draft? Earlier in the draft, and they used to be pushed down the line.
Again, it's the it factor that team brought. That's what got them where they ended up at in the Super Bowl. Was that defense? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying the offense. The offense was awesome too, but the defense shut down everybody else's offense so that their offense can win. And man, it's the it factor right now. Like I said, running quarterbacks into three look safeties. Who's going to come up with the answer to that? And that's who's going to go to the Super Bowl next year. It's the people that it's going to be the team that comes up with, what do we do about these 3 safety defenses?
If I was a CEO of a company and I didn't invest fully in my employees, do you think my employees would invest fully into this company?
No.
It would be easy for them to call in sick. It'd be easy for them to miss work or whatever. It'd be easy for them to just do the minimum. Yep. Right? These Jets, look at all these 1-year contract, 1-year contract, 2-year contract, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 2 year. Isn't that crazy? There's no investment.
Nobody wants to play for a 1-year deal, especially when they look around. Everybody's on a 1-year deal.
And if you do a 1-year deal, that's a money grab. And they know they don't have to. That money is theirs.
It's like a backup quarterback. You're hoping not to play and collect a check.
Yep. Next team.
Baltimore Ravens.
So, Nick's not here today. But,
Joe. Chad?
Yeah, not Chad. Chad.
Nick is
maybe
here.
I was hoping Chad was here and Nick wasn't. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I got you.
So Chad's not here, and he's a huge Lamar fan, okay? Yep. I am not a huge Lamar fan.
Right.
We play fantasy football. That's what this podcast is based off of. How many years have I traded
Lamar Jackson?
I traded 1 year to you. You dropped him.
He wasn't doing it. He was failing.
And that was 3 or 4 years ago. And I traded for Dak Prescott in that league, and Dak did great until he got hurt. So I would rather have Dak. But so they bring back Tyler Huntley, who is a good, serviceable backup quarterback. He's better than more than half, probably 3/4 of the backups in the league, but he's not a starting quarterback.
All right, next team, Baltimore Ravens.
Man, they brought back Tyler Huntley, who's a good, serviceable backup quarterback. You saw when Lamar went out. What Tyler Huntley did, he did good. He kept the team together, right?
Yeah.
But it showed their lack of talent at wide receiver because he's a running quarterback, but he is not Lamar Jackson, right? Get rid of a great tight end.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
They were using him wrong. He's a big wide receiver is what he is. He can create spaces. He's fast for his size. He is an anomaly, and they keep the old guy. So maybe it was a money thing. I don't know.
I don't see how they did that because, Mark Andrews is getting older and older, and it reminds me of everything that Kansas City's doing. Travis Kelce is getting older every day. You could see every year how much he's losing. Mm-hmm. Mark Andrews is doing the same thing. You had a young, amazing tight end. Honestly, he was the upside. If you give him more targets, played schemes more around him, he was going to be your more dominant type wide receiver than these other guys.
He had the receiving upside on the team.
They've got the run game locked in.
Yep.
We got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. We've got Justice Hill. We've got all the things we need as far as the run game goes. It goes back to the same thing we talked about with the Buffalo Bills. You don't have a dominant wide receiver. And when you have one or two, when you have two, you're great. When you have one, you're doing really, really good. They don't have it. And I really believe you got to have the it factor, and they don't have it. And they didn't make any changes. Their defense was subpar last year, and they made one move, like you said, for a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. It got a little better, but not enough to have a shutdown defense.
4 years for a mid-level free agent quarterback money. $112 million, $120 million guaranteed. $120 million value, maximum value.
Right.
That's mid-level quarterback.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Free agent. So Trey Hendrickson took all the money. Maybe that's where Isaiah Likely didn't make. I would have rather had Isaiah Likely drafted one of these many edge rushers coming out in this draft.
Yeah.
Maybe two of them.
I don't know.
They need a wide receiver. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for saying this, but Flowers is not a number one receiver. Not on a Super Bowl caliber team.
Or if he is, they're not showing it.
Yeah, he's not showing it. They have a decent offensive line, which is obvious because Derrick Henry is still in the top 5 running backs, and he looks fantastic. They just need to go run, and just force their will.
But, it may be at this point because I feel like when they first got Lamar struggled at throwing, and they didn't want him to get hurt running the ball.
Right.
But when he ran the ball, things happened.
Yep.
And that's how they got ahead at the beginning of his career. Then they started, again, they brought in Derrick Henry. We don't want Lamar to run so much. We don't want him to get injured, so forth, so on.
So we're going to bring in this Volkswagen.
We're going to bring in this big guy, and then we're going to teach him. We're going to work on his throwing, which did get better. Okay. Well, maybe you need to risk it all and go back to the Lamar Jackson run game like he used to do, and risk the hurt and injury to get your Super Bowl.
Man, he gets hurt. He stays out for so long when he gets hurt. He came in the league bigger, more muscular than he is now. He lost a lot of weight, I guess, to gain more speed. I don't know. That he's Chad's favorite player, and I can understand why. The guy's improved every year, but he stays hurt a lot. And his availability is in question now.
Yep.
If this team goes and gets a number one receiver somewhere, maybe in the draft, but if you draft a number one receiver, you're a year away from him reaching full potential, maybe 2 years away. They have to go get one of these 2 tight ends coming out in the draft. They have to. Just like all these teams are going to the 3 safety sets, the tight end is more important now than it's ever been in football because of the physical play that they're doing. And these tight ends running 4-3s and 4-4s and not dropping anything, and playing out of the slot and going straight down the field. It's insane.
You know what? That may be the answer. Now we talk about it. To these 3 safety looks,
the tight end is the answer.
Is to run 2 tight ends.
Yep.
And then, you know what? You're right, because look at when they played.
Who?
The Rams.
Okay.
So when they played the Rams, that was one of their best games where somebody was competitive against them. What they run? They run a 3 tight ends.
Yep, they ran 3 tight ends.
So that may be the answer. And here we go. We got a aging tight end. The league is going to 3 safeties.
Yep.
And you got rid of one of your best assets.
Defense is going 3-4, right?
Yep.
So your linebackers are not going to be fast enough to cover these 4-3 and 4-4 speed tight ends. So it's going to take one of those 2 safeties, unless you have an X corner or something like that. But it's going to be one of them 2 safeties that's going to be taken out of the game. They're not going to be able to blitz so much.
And then that'll free up your wide receivers in the slot mostly.
And Flowers could possibly be something. They weren't using Isaiah Likely the way he should have been used. He should have been a down the field threat on every play.
I agree.
But so are they a Super Bowl caliber team?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They
got to get that number 1 in there, man.
And they're not there. They don't have the it factor yet.
If they would have kept Isaiah Likely, would have worked on this defense, and would have got a receiver, and Lamar stayed healthy, they could have been. But they don't have that now.
All right. We're going to talk about one of them teams we're not going to talk about too much, and that's going to be the Bengals.
Oh, boy.
Did nothing in the free agency hardly. They got a backup quarterback. They got a couple defensive moves, free safety. They got a D end. They got another tackle, but nothing that truly makes sense yet. I don't know what they're saying. Are they saving everything for the draft?
They're the cheapest. They're the cheapest franchise in the league. They will not spend money, but they're trying to maximize their value. They spend money on Mafe. Okay, the edge rusher. They needed him because Hendrickson's gone.
Right.
And Mafe is not Hendrickson, but he's serviceable. Jonathan Allen. Okay. This guy, Brian Cook, sneaky good pickup.
Right.
Okay. 3-year deal, $40 million. But their problem is their offensive line. Okay? They re-signed Dalton Reisner. Why? He was part of the problem. They extended Orlando Brown. Why?
No idea.
He's part of the problem. They need to completely rebuild that. What they need to do is draft all offensive linemen everywhere.
Well,
every single one.
I mean, they need defense too, man.
Yeah, they do.
Because their defense is trash.
It is.
And
I
don't see it getting better. Even with the moves they made, they're very few. I mean, it didn't bring nothing to the table.
With my favorite quarterback in the league, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
LSU, and given him being placed on this team with this offensive line has greatly diminished his ability to play football.
I agree.
This guy should be Dan Marino type football playing out there.
Yes.
And they've got him hurt. And he's like Lamar. When he gets hurt, he's hurt. He's out for a while.
Yeah. Because that's usually a knee injury.
But he could be one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league if they would just give this guy an offensive line. And they just won't do it.
The thing is so they found some wide receivers. Well, I mean, they really find them. I mean, they had them, but, the connection has grown. They have the number one wide receivers that everybody should have. Mm-hmm. This team does. They don't have the tight end that they need. Mm-hmm. And their run game is subpar. I know that Chad,
watch out.
I know Chad is a Chase Brown fan.
He thinks he's going to be top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but okay.
He's a good, serviceable running back. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Right? But I can pick 10 running backs today that I would take over him. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean because I want, Jahmyr Gibbs or whoever, or Christian McCaffrey. But, you take Chicago's run game and put it in these two spots, and it's way better.
Oh yeah.
DeAndre Swift.
I can give you one that you would think is crazy. With Rico Dowdle gone from Carolina, Chuba Hubbard is better than Chase Brown. Chuba Hubbard is a beast.
But that's the point I'm making. They haven't done anything with their run game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now everybody knows it's on the receivers to score. Chase Brown makes plays. Don't get me wrong.
He's a good receiver.
He's a running back.
I know he's a good receiver running back. He catches the ball out of the back.
So he's a good running back. He's not a dominant running back. No. Sammy Pirine, backup.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
And he would
have cost you $2 million, and he'll do the same exact thing Chase Brown is doing back there.
Exactly. So they're not improving on the running back.
No.
They tight end. They got subpar tight ends. I mean, we're flipping between Gesicki and Sample back and forth, and there's nothing there. And defense is subpar, and so there's a lot of moving pieces they got to shore up. I'd bring in. I mean, this is a team that Love needs to go to. You put Love there, and you put Chase Brown as his backup. Your run game got that much better.
Too bad Love won't last that long.
I understand that. I mean, but we know people trade up. But my thing is, all right, let's talk about the two tight ends coming out in the draft. Bam! Here's a great spot for a tight end. Now we got a threat. Right, that can also shore up the line,
or a cheap free agent. You can get Darren Waller on here. I mean, he gets hurt a lot, but he's a physical specimen in the end zone.
Exactly. So he's an end zone threat. Mm-hmm. We get down there, that actually helps out Chase Brown, who struggles to get in the end zone. Mm-hmm. He'll catch a pass and get in the end zone, but he's not going to run up the middle on a lot of these lines and get in the end zone.
He's Pacheco to me. So he goes down first contact.
Boom. Gotcha. Where you got Darren Waller sitting in the end zone, 6'4", 6'5". I don't know how tall he is.
Safety's got to cover him.
Somebody's got to cover him. He just reaches up and grabs the ball. So, I mean, while you got Chase Brown and T. Higgins just doing all kinds of trickery.
Yep.
So, I mean, it just they ain't made enough. They ain't made no moves. Like you said, they're cheap. They're not paying for a win, and Joe Burrow is spinning his wheels. And
this team is an offensive line away, a true number one running back away, and a tight end away.
Yep.
They have. Don't forget about Joseph. Josefas is a good number 3 receiver on a team with 2 number 1s.
Right.
Remember when one of the two went out, whenever one of the two goes out, Josefas he elevates his game. So they could be a Super Bowl caliber team. They were a Super Bowl caliber team. You can't expect Joe Burrow to do it all. Yep. You have to give him offensive line help. He can score 50 points as long as his defense can keep people under 40.
That's it. And that's the other problem. So, you're not stopping the other team, then it don't matter how many points Joe Burrow scores.
No, it doesn't matter. No.
So,
yeah.
All right, let's go on to another more irrelevant team, and that's going to be the Browns. Man, I don't even know what they're doing over there.
As long as there's a Browns team, the Jets team is not the worst team in the league.
That's terrible.
Ever.
That's terrible.
So their signing of Deshaun Watson put them so far behind.
Gosh.
I thought it was 4 years. It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Finally, at the end of this season, they're done with him. Okay? I think they still have to pay him, but he's not going to be on the roster.
They got him listed as number 3.
He could be number 1 if he would just wake up and invest back into football.
I don't think he cares.
He doesn't care. He's getting paid to sit on the couch.
That's what I'm saying. He got a check and he's over with. They did a really good move last year, and they went and got Quinshon Judkins.
Yep.
I think that was amazing.
Yeah. He got hurt, but before the injury, the guy was one of the hardest runners in the league on a bad team.
On a bad team.
Well, a bad offense. The defense is elite, but
then they got Harold Fanning. So that's positive. You got Jerry Jeudy over there who's just wasting away.
He's not number 1.
But he's not.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. And then they do go get some offensive line help. They get him a left guard, a center, and a right tackle. And that's a positive. But their quarterback core is trash.
Why would you get Titus Howard, offensive lineman, from Houston, who had the worst offensive line in the league? I would not touch any of their linemen. C.J.
Stroud was running for his life.
Oh, man, absolutely.
And this guy was part of the issue.
I think C.J. Stroud I think he's done, man. So, he's one of my favorite players. He's one of my favorites, man, because he was checked so far in on a bad team. But anyway, we'll get to them later. So they went defense heavy. Everything is re-signing because their defense was good, the Browns. All these Shador MVP people out there, Shador is the greatest thing ever. They will go nowhere under Shador Sanders. They will go nowhere under Dylan Gabriel. They will go nowhere under Deshaun Watson. Their quarterback to get them somewhere is not even on this team yet. And probably won't be for 2 or 3 years.
So
I'm thinking it's going to be a proven commodity somewhere down the line. And this defense won't be what it is now when they actually have a good quarterback.
They're going to need to make a move, put a backup quarterback, like you said, a proven commodity, just to get somewhere.
Right.
So,
I mean, if Tanner McGee was available still from the Eagles, he's better than all 3 of these.
I feel bad for Quinshon Judkins because I think he is talented. I think he could be a top 7, top 8 running back on a better team.
Yeah, because this team is not going to do anything with his talent.
No,
they're not. They do have Harold Fanning, who is the bright spot.
You put him on Cincinnati.
Oh man. Yeah, swap them too. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Judkins is a sledgehammer.
That's it. You put him.
Yeah.
Hey, take him. You put Chase Brown in the back with him. You got that tandem duo. You got one that's a pass catcher, one's a sledgehammer. Oh my goodness, there's a big move right there.
Did you recognize? Okay, Judkins comes in after all that stuff he had to deal with, right? And you could tell he was angry. He was running angry because of all the stuff people were saying about him. He had to prove himself. He wanted to take over the number 1 job immediately, and he did.
He did.
Put him on a good team.
Yes.
This guy will be amazing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is awesome, but he's wasting away until they get that quarterback core figured out, and then they still got plenty of moves they got to fix. I mean, so we don't know, man.
On defense, the pickup I did like was AJ Epinesa from the Bills coming in as their defensive end.
So, but we can't knock that's the only thing that keeps these guys in the game 90% of the time is their defense.
Yeah, their defense.
They can't win because their offense can't score. But again,
it's the exact opposite of the Bengals. If their defense can keep the other team under 21 points, they might could win.
Yeah, if you take their defense, put them on the Bengals.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
All right, let's go on to some more relevant stuff. Who's next?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, I like this. They made some moves. And I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but man, do I like some of these moves. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not a Steelers fan, but football to me is more fun when these teams, these iconic teams are good.
Yes.
Steelers, Bears, Dolphins, 49ers, teams like that.
So they bring in two big plays.
Yes.
Rico Dowdle.
Love it.
And Michael Pittman.
So Rico Dowdle coming in, he's better than Gainwell.
Yes.
He did he did play horribly in that last game of the season where Carolina got kicked out of the playoffs. He didn't do good. I don't know if that was a team thing, but he did not look great. But he looked, take his whole body of work. Don't take him on that one game.
Right, exactly.
I would take Rico Dowdle anytime on the Saints. But he's better than Gainwell. Chad thinks Warren is going to be the number one and Rico will be the number two.
I think it's the other way around.
I think it's the opposite way around because Rico is going to be the first, second down back and Warren's going to be the pass catching back out of the backfield.
Yep.
But it's going to preserve both these guys, and they're going to be the best version of two backs with Warren in there that you've seen.
Exactly. I like it. Mm-hmm. And then Michael Pittman, nice, quiet, non-dramatic, great wide receiver.
Football player.
Right next to a big diva.
Yep.
And it's two threats now that are honestly a 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm. Who's the A? Pittman's the A to me.
I kind of agree,
DK can't create separation. He's too big to kind of slow down a little bit. Pittman is really good.
And so the only issue here right now, and I know that the closer we get to the season, things probably will change, is their quarterback issue.
Yeah. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, I hate to say it, but he
did good last year.
He would make Pittman a 1,000-yard receiver.
He would benefit, and so would they.
If you're talking Howard or somebody like that, I don't think either of these guys reach 1,000 yards.
No. So between them and Rudolph, Howard and Rudolph, I don't see a dominant team here. But I think there's probably something in the wings waiting. Like I said, you're going to either bring Aaron Rodgers back for another year on a one-year contract, or they've got some other kind of sneaky good ideas they're going to bring in. But, this is a solid move as far as offense goes.
What I really love about this team is their pick for a coach. Mike McCarthy is a football genius.
Yep.
And I think that's why A-Rod will come back around. They played together.
Yeah.
So I think Tomlin was great. Tomlin's a general, but Tomlin doesn't have the offensive chops and the quarterback chops that McCarthy has.
Yeah.
So I think that those two guys, Rico Dowdle and Pittman under McCarthy, will excel. And I think Dallas did themselves a disservice by just dropping McCarthy like that. Hall of Fame caliber coach and just saying bye-bye.
Gotcha. Gotta go. Mm-hmm. All right, AFC South, we're going to Houston Texans.
Jeez, man.
Talk about make some moves.
I could talk about this team for an hour. We're not going to do that.
Nope. But I love the David Montgomery move.
Yeah, me and you are different on this.
I do. Mm-hmm. I think they won that battle. I'm not saying he is the answer, but he's better.
He's better than what they have. He's better than Woody Marks.
Yeah.
He's better than what they've had in the past, You're going
to get in the 10, and as long as they do some more moves on their offensive line, he's going to get you in the end zone.
He's kind of like Mixon. He's got a little wear on him. He's a hard runner. He's got a little bit of game wear on him, and I worry about him getting injured if he's going to be the lead back.
Right.
He is going to be the lead back. Marks catches the ball. That's what he did in college. That's what he's going to do here.
David Montgomery was a lead back a long time ago for several teams.
Yeah, he was.
He did really good.
He was a 3-down back. Yeah. He was a workhorse. But that's some years ago. So I like it. It's just, who else would I have put there? Nobody.
David
Montgomery fits it. It's just He's got some age. They have 4 good running backs coming out in the draft. This team is more years away from winning than David Montgomery has available.
So I see they made some moves. They picked up Foster Moreau.
He's one of our favorites, man. Beat cancer, did all kind of stuff to get back on the football field. He's a great tight end.
So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tight ends on the depth chart. It looks like they're going to go to a 2 tight end.
They need to play 12 personnel.
Yep. And so
they have to, because CJ has 2.3 seconds to throw the ball. They're going to have to.
So they got a right tackle and a left guard. They got Teller from Cleveland, which that's not bad.
Right.
And they got Smith from Indy, which is still not bad.
Not bad. One. They re-signed one. That's a question mark. They re-signed Trent Brown. Why would you do that?
I don't know. So
He was part of the problem.
They do have Smith playing right tackle over Brown, but I mean, I think they're going to go to a two tight end look. They're going to go, which I think is a great move for them, especially with the direction that the NFL looks like they're going to go on defense. Still think there has to be some pieces moved for them to become a relevant team.
Yeah.
You know, C.J. Stroud came out his first year and just showed off, and then they sold off their offensive line, and that guy has been running for his life for the last 2 years.
Yeah. He's a professional. He doesn't say much.
No, he don't.
But you saw him last season. Half the year, he looked defeated on the sideline. He looked like, what do I do?
The boy was tired.
Yeah. He's tired of getting beat up on.
He had to do RPO option every play.
And that's not his game.
Yep.
This dude can sling the ball. He doesn't need to do RPO. He can throw the ball down the field. So
they picked up Blankenship as safety.
I like that.
Yep.
He's a ball hawk. Yeah, I like that a lot. Their defense is going to be number one again. There's no doubt. Daniil Hunter, you can't go wrong.
Nope.
So they're investing fully all their money in defense. They've got good, serviceable wide receivers. Nico Collins is a true number one.
It's got to stay healthy.
This team is only with David Montgomery signing. He's a serviceable number one running back. If you were going to, say you had a playoff caliber team and your running back got hurt and David Montgomery was available, absolutely.
Well, without a doubt.
Yeah. So their offensive line is what they need. They need to just go full in on offensive linemen. They'll have them for 4 years. Draft them.
Yep.
Get them for cheap. And if they're better than what you got, put them in there. You know, quit worrying about people's feelings.
All right, moving on to the Colts.
All right,
man,
you didn't like this.
I'm not a big fan of all this move.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of one of their best wide receivers, and they brought in Westbrook-Ikine, which he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong; he's been a pretty good number 3, number 2
for a while. There, he was catching a touchdown a game for a while. I'm not Alec Pierce. I think he's great. I just don't see him as $114 million guy.
Exactly.
I haven't seen somebody run such smooth routes that he runs and get straight down the field without nobody even close to him. He catches the ball at the high point. He catches the ball out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. I think he was the right choice to go with their number one. Pittman's good, but he's not Alec Pierce. I'm curious to see if this dude can carry that load, though, because he was only throwing the ball maybe 4 or 5 times a game, 3 or 4 times a game. Now he's going to be the man.
Yep.
With that kind of money, I think Alec Pierce can be a 1,300-yard receiver.
Yeah.
10 touchdowns. If Daniel Jones does what he did at the beginning of the season last year, it's easy. I
really don't see much you can do to improve this team.
No.
You got one of the best running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get him a better backup. Maybe just to dominate when Jonathan Taylor's taking a break. Tight end Tyler Warren is awesome.
Jonathan Taylor reminds me of Josh Jacobs. He gets stronger as the game goes on and as the season goes on. I don't know how he does it.
So the thing is I don't know if the running game, he's a one show
Yeah,
he's
the only
guy.
thing they got.
I think maybe getting him just a better backup, just somebody that can come out there. I think if you'd have brought David Montgomery over here and put him as a number 2, like I think it'd have got a little better, just a little bit, not a whole bunch.
The money wouldn't have lined up, but if they would have brought Rashard White or
and I'm not, that doesn't move the needle so much, but really what really stopped seeing where this team could go last year was injuries.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones getting injured, everything else. And then they had no backup quarterback whatsoever all season.
No.
I mean, they brought a guy out of retirement.
The Anthony Richardson.
That was 75 years old.
Anthony Richardson experiment is over.
Yeah. So
Tim Tebow 2.0.
But as far as they go, it's really just a matter of see what happens, because I think they're if they don't get the playoffs this year, it's on them.
Yeah, it's
without a doubt.
Everything is good, not great. Everything lines up. All of our stuff is good.
Yeah, no, but it's a great team.
With this team, everybody healthy, they should go deep into the playoffs.
I'm definitely going to try to pick up Alec Pierce. I'm definitely going to try to pick up Tyler Warren. I'm definitely going to try to pick up Jonathan Taylor in my fantasy.
You ain't going to get him because I'm going to get him.
Well, my point is regardless of if I'm drafting, there's at least
he's the target.
3 to 4 targets on this team for me to pick up. And their defense isn't terrible enough I wouldn't play it 1 week or 2.
In a PPR league, what do you think Jonathan Taylor would be? Number 1 or number 2 behind James Cook? It's pretty close.
It's close. PPR, I mean, you're fighting with McCaffrey too.
Yeah, McCaffrey. So those would be the top 3, I would guess, in PPR.
Yeah. Now
I just love what James Cook's doing.
You go to half PPR where you don't get a point per catch.
It has to be Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, because that's definitely you take the catching away from McCaffrey, and then he drops down 6, 7, 8 somewhere in there. Taylor, he stays in the top 2 or
he still runs hard.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. I think he beats Derrick Henry out and running. Trying to think. Jahmyr Gibbs may be a little bit of a challenge.
Saquon, he kind of fell off last year. He's my favorite running back, but Jonathan Taylor's a very close second.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I couldn't ask for better. I mean, again, put Jonathan Taylor with Cincinnati and they become a different team.
Man.
So, and that's the point I was making about Cincinnati is that they need to invest in their run game, invest in their tight end.
Yep.
Their offense will be way better. But anyway, we're on another team.
Before we're going to talk about the next team, okay? There's a guy in the next team who is a very good backup running back who would have been great to be behind Jonathan Taylor, and see if you can guess who he is.
Oh, it's Tootin.
No. Chris Rodriguez.
Chris Rodriguez, yeah.
Okay, so
they moved him. That was a good move too, yeah.
He plays in Jacksonville. Now, Etienne's gone. Blaisdell Tootin gets boosted up, right? Chris Rodriguez is really good.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going to come in and hit that 2 spot at least.
Yeah.
But again, you made a good point. Just like we said, the only thing I can see really improving with the Colts is giving, Jonathan Taylor a backup that can still put the hammer down when he takes a break. And that's a good point.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez is a number 2 who has the ability to be number 1 in spots.
What'd they pay him?
$10 million for 2 years.
So you could
that's nothing. That's easy. That's easy to do.
That would have been a great move.
Yep. So Jaguars didn't have to do much.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I think in the last 5 games of last year, they figured it out. I believe that they're just, right now, you know what? Let's practice. Let's get better as a whole. Let's connect better. Let's do some more teamwork. They had a team. Like, they were that close to going all the way.
I think if everybody stays healthy, they do.
Yeah.
Go all the way. I'm not saying they'll win the Super Bowl, but they have a Super Bowl caliber roster.
Exactly. I think they're overloaded in wide receivers. Like, absolutely. They're stuffed so thick with receivers that they can just kill it with. Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington
great
showed up. Travis Hunter is such a playmaker.
And they say he's going to play
They say
receiver.
no more defense.
No more two.
That's it.
No more two positions.
You're going to find out that that's probably going to save him in the long run and make him a way better wide receiver.
And make him richer because they pay receivers a lot more than they pay corners.
So it really just kind of, I don't feel like they made any mistakes. Brenton Strange was a great tight end. Tootin, we're going to see what he can do without ETN there.
I think he'll be fine.
And their defense was stout last year. They didn't make no moves. They had no reason to make moves.
They were number one against the run.
So,
you know how you have a good roster? When you see this. Re-signed.
That's it.
That's how you know you got a good team.
Yep.
Okay.
Much to talk about there. Huh?
No, Trevor Lawrence, he's my target this year. Him, Dak, and Brock Purdy. Because I don't go quarterback until the 5th round.
He figured it out last year. That's what point I was making. And I'm sure this is a lot of coaching stuff. But
oh, yeah.
New coaching staff, new offensive coordinator, new everything. And he started using his legs and started running, and that really, really changed the way he played.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to the Titans.
Okay.
I'm not happy with nothing here.
I like one.
Go ahead.
I like one.
What you got?
I like the Mitchell Trubisky pickup for one reason. Mitchell Trubisky in the near future will be a quarterback coach on some team. This guy was brought here to help Cam find himself. Trubisky is a good backup, but he is a great teacher. You know, so I think Trubisky was brought there to help this guy learn how to throw the ball instead of trying to tuck it and run it all the time. So I like that pickup. He's a coach on the field.
I got you.
Other than that, they have a good defense. They went back in on defense. Man, look at how much defense they went back on.
A lot.
And that's what they have to work with. They're 3-4 years away from anything. So why not?
The thing I hate the most about them, they didn't do anything in their run game.
Signing 4 years, $78 million for Wan'Dale Robinson is insane to me.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that one either.
He's not a number one. He's 5'7" or 5'8". He's not the number one. Calvin
Ridley been hurt. I like Calvin Ridley, but he's injury prone. There's none of this moves the needle. None of this, like you said, they're 3 or 4 years away and a lot of moves away from being a viable team because Cam Ward's got to become developed if he becomes developed. Mm-hmm. Will Levis is a failed experiment. Mm-hmm. Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Tony Pollard.
I mean, there's no.
Tony Pollard was better than who last year? Take a wild guess. We already talked about him. Chase Brown.
Oh, yeah. But hey, look, that's it. Just point that one out. Let's take Tony Pollard and put him with Chase Brown.
That'd be great.
Be great. Mm-hmm. But it helped a little bit. I wouldn't be sold on it. No. I'd rather Chris Rodriguez go to Cincinnati. But my point is that there's no real big moves to win right now. And so either they're holding off for 2 years or so, trying to, like you said, get Trubisky to come in, develop Cam Ward. We're not looking at any tight end. There ain't no tight end love. There ain't no wide receiver love. Right. There ain't no running back love. Mm-hmm. There is nothing. Yeah, you can defense it all day long. Their defense is good. But again, what happens? Second half of the game, always. You watch this. First half, the points are 7-10 or 7-0 or 3-7. And in the second half, everybody's tired. And then those guys with those elite offenses dominate no matter what you do. And we have nothing on the other side.
You remember what happened with Caleb Williams when he got a quarterback whisperer as a coach? Mm-hmm. Cam Ward has one now. Okay?
Gotcha.
And now he has Trubisky there too. Cam Ward will take a jump, but it's up to him now to excel. He has everything he needs to excel. And they built this defense to be like in the top 3 defenses. Look at this. I mean, they got Cordell Flott, Alontae Taylor, and Josh Williams all signing on free agent in 1 year, signing free agent contracts. That's good.
Oh, yeah, without doubt.
So they went all in on defense. That's what they had to work around. They need receivers badly, and they need to do something with that running back. But
I hope Wan'Dale Robinson shows up. I do.
I don't.
But I think his pizzazz from the Giants is because everybody else is hurt all the time, and he got the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know.
their tight ends is okay, but yeah, they're if they don't do something now with Cam, they're going to be in that perpetual rebuild forever.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Let's move on to something that I want to talk about.
Oh wow,
Denver.
here's the bright spot. This is a bright spot.
Jalen Waddle. Man.
Isn't that insane? How do people keep winning?
So they made one move.
Mm-hmm. One move.
Oh my gosh. They made one move.
Yep.
Hey, let me get Jalen Waddle over here. Now you got Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, and Troy Franklin. It was always been a good back, and then Marvin Mims. So now you got a 1, and you got a 1B.
Yeah, Mims is a gadget player. He's a poor man's Debo, but
that was
the
solid.
rich get richer here.
I think this is a solid move so much. I really do.
If J.K. Dobbins can stay healthy, he still has the ability to be a top 15, top 18 running back. He just can't never stay healthy.
Well, they definitely are invested in their run game. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs on the depth chart.
Right.
I'm sure that'll change before the season starts, but
if Dobbins is healthy, he's better than all of them.
Then you got Waddle. I'm telling you, that is such a smart move. I mean, he brings a different element to the team.
He does.
And he gets to become that guy with a great quarterback. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I want Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, I want Bo Nix, but I'll never be able to get him. I'm not going to draft him in the second or third round.
But I want him. I want to see this. So
this is the team that I think could win the Super Bowl next year if everybody stays healthy.
If I'm going to tell you right now, this would have been a different outcome. Bo Nix wouldn't have got hurt last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The Patriots wouldn't have been there.
They wouldn't have been there.
And it would have been a way better game.
Because the Pats, the score was so terrible back and forth. Bo Nix is that I will will my win player.
The Josh Allen type play.
And that was all that they were lacking. Mm-hmm. So, man, this is going to be great. I want to see it. I think there's a lot more moves to come. I really do. I think we're going to see Denver make some good draft picks. I think there's probably going to be another trade somewhere along the line that's going to work, but I think that is so good.
Right. I agree.
And let's go to my all-time favorite pick, and I hate to say it because I'm like Joe, I'm not such a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, but goodness gracious, who let the Super Bowl MVP walk out there?
For $45 million.
Who let this
3
guy
years,
go?
$45 million. Only $28 million guaranteed. We'll say 29.
That ain't the problem. You let that guy leave.
Yeah, you let him leave. You let him leave.
You let him go to a better offensive line against your competitors with a better quarterback.
Better than both the running backs that they had.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. And I think this is so good on Kansas's part. This is a guy that can get in the end zone at the 10. This is a guy who can get you 30 yards on a run.
And they sneakily got Emari Demercado.
Yes.
And he is very serviceable. He was serviceable on a bad team. Imagine what he can do on a good team.
Man.
The thing I didn't like, and I've always been a Justin Fields fan, I am not anymore because his decision-making and his throwing ability is gone. They brought him in on a trade, and they're having to pay more money than they would have had to pay Tua on a 1-year deal.
I think this is a move for Mahomes to work with Fields until he gets back.
Yeah, but
I think it's like you said. I think they're going to use Mahomes to teach Fields.
Yeah, this is how you throw the ball.
And then, well, I mean,
this is how you flop and cry to the referee every time.
I think it's
a good move.
I don't think it's an answer, but I think it has its upsides. I think Mahomes, while he's waiting, helps build up Justin Fields, which they're very similar in quarterback playability because Fields runs. Yeah. Mahomes runs.
Fields reminds me of Baker Mayfield, just a way worse version.
Right.
I would have loved to see him go to the Rams and learn under that
Oh yeah.
team.
But
this is good for him. But if Pat Mahomes is not ready to come back first, second, third game, I'd rather entrust my team to Tua than I would to Justin Fields.
I got you.
And the Miami Dolphins are paying his contract still. I mean, he's getting paid minimum.
Like 1.5, I think.
So, yeah, that's what I would have done. But so they re-signed Tyquan Thornton, $11 million, and that's a good move because this dude is lightning. He's lightning.
Great move.
Kelsey says he's got one more year in him. I don't know.
He says that every year.
Yeah. I mean, on this team, all he does is run to the middle of the field and sit there.
So
yeah. So will they make the playoffs next year? If let's say Pat Mahomes misses the first 3 games, can he will this team to the playoffs next year?
Without a doubt. But they got to make some moves in the draft too.
We got to look at that schedule because if they play Denver twice, nope.
Yeah. But all right, let's move on to the Raiders, man. I'm excited for this team. I really am. I'm excited to watch them pick up Mendoza. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for them to have a young quarterback, a young running back.
Great coach.
You got a young tight end, good coach. As far as their wide receiver core goes, I want to see what the fuss about Jalen Naylor is. He's a good wide receiver. He is. Mm-hmm. But he's always been a 2-3 somewhere else. What is their reasoning? And because I've said,
2 tight ends are their number ones.
I've seen a lot of guys on our online shorts and all that. I'll talk about, Tom Brady didn't have any influence on the pickup of Jalen Naylor, and that's
bullcrap.
And that's not true. All you got to do is Google it. I promise you. It says that Tom Brady had a lot of influence on wanting Jalen Naylor.
The money for him is great. The years of the contract is great. It puts him in a good position to be a good number 2 wide receiver, not behind the tight ends.
Right.
Their number 1's just not there yet.
Yeah, and that may be what's going to happen. They're going to pick up a wide receiver in the draft that's going to really kind of cap off everything, and that'd be great too. So then you have a really young team with a lot of good money in a really good location, and there's a chance, 2-3 years down the road, they become something.
Naylor's not going to be anything for fantasy football relevancy, but because their tight end is.
Oh yeah,
Brock Bowers is the man. He's the number 1. Their running back is going to be much better now that they're going to have Mendoza probably as their quarterback who can throw at every level of the field. He's going to come in. We haven't even seen him throw a ball in the NFL yet. He's better than anything they've had for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you watch him in college and you take what he did in college and you look what Burrow did in college,
pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And how he transferred into the NFL, I really think that Mendoza's going to transfer the same way. And he's going to be a super viable quarterback 3 years down the road. And this team is going to go somewhere eventually. Mm-hmm. But I think if they don't make a really good move in the draft for a wide receiver or trade at some point, it's going to be a few more years before you see some crazy good stuff out of this team.
Right. But the genius of this defensive reshuffling after getting rid of what was his name? They got rid of their defensive end. They brought in Kwity Paye, good serviceable, $16 million. Mm-hmm. Brought in Malcolm Kuntz, 1 year, $11 million. Nowhere near the $100 million.
Right.
So I like it.
All right. Last but not least, Chargers.
Love it. I love it. Do you remember what Trey Lance did when he had a chance to play? Mm-hmm. He looked great. So you pay him 1 year, $2.5 million to stay. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a everyday starting quarterback or whatever, but he can start in spots, and he makes good decisions, and he's like the rest of them. He's growing so slow, like Darnold did, but he's coming into his own. Yeah. Omarion Hampton was my favorite running back coming out of that draft, my favorite one. And Keaton Mitchell now as his backup fits for me.
It does too. mean, if you notice, it's crazy that Chargers trade a lot of times for Baltimore's running backs. J.K. Dobbins used to be on this team, and he came from Baltimore prior to this. I think Omari Hampton was the needle mover. He just got hurt early last year.
I hope that's not a trend. I hope it's not.
Yeah, it isn't something that's going to continue to happen.
But Keaton Mitchell he's small, but he is fast, and he can catch the ball.
So Hampton needs to turn into Devin Two Chains, and he was hurt through college. He was hurt his first year in the NFL, and then last year, and he's proven that he can stay healthy and he can take the workload, and that's what Omari and Hampton needs to do going forward, is become that guy who, through injury, can still sustain long term and play a whole season.
Yeah, and it looks like they went all in on defense too in free agency. So,
yep,
happy with that.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, this concludes our episode on the AFC.
Wait, hold on before we leave.
All right, what you got?
Your AFC favorite, the one player that you think moves the needle the most out of all of them. That moves. I'll give you mine. Of course, it's Malik Willis.
Okay.
His ceiling is through the roof, and the amount of money they paid. So I'm gonna put it all together. The amount of money, his potential, the team dynamic, which is speed. Mm-hmm. He fits perfectly. They don't have a number one receiver there yet. I think it's coming. I don't know if it's even going to be through the draft. I just have this weird feeling A.J. Brown is going to be having a dolphin on his helmet.
That'd be great.
Who do you like?
All right. So can I give you two?
Yeah.
Denver Broncos, Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
I love it.
How are the Dolphins?
I think that's a steal.
It's a big time steal.
And
we don't even know how much. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me. Mm-mm. And then my next one is Kansas City, Kenneth Walker. I think that made their running game solid. Like, that's it. Boom. You got it. The rest of it's on what they do with their wide receiver core and how fast their quarterback comes back. But that's a really good one. I just don't understand. It. Keith Kenneth Walker. Keep him with Charbonnet. I don't care if you like Charbonnet better.
Charbonnet stays hurt.
But that's that. Yes,
they both stay hurt.
But my thing is he made such an impact. Yes, in the last game in the Super Bowl, he didn't make such an impact because of the defense on the Pats stopping him, right? Because they played hard on everybody. Don't get me wrong. They came to play. They came to win. The offense is what killed the Pats. But Kenneth Walker throughout the whole playoffs dominated.
3 years, $45 million. Seattle could have paid that. I guess they have an idea of where they're trying to go.
It's weird. I would have kept him.
With an aging Kareem Hunt, who looked great. I'm not going to say anything bad about Kareem Hunt. He was always one of our favorites.
Yeah.
To back up Kenneth Walker, that DeMarcado pickup is sneaky good.
It's there. I mean, their run game, they locked it in, buddy.
Yeah.
That's it. But I think those two were the biggest steals of the free agency in AFC. And Waddle was just recently, and man, I mean, they needed it, honestly. And you get somebody else like that to come in and take over for Troy Franklin, that I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm putting money down on Denver to win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. So, I wouldn't bet you on that. I mean, my best to go to Super Bowl or from the AFC is Jacksonville and the Broncos.
That's it. I agree with you
because I think Mahomes is going to miss a couple games, and they're probably going to lose half of them that he misses. So yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, this concludes it for us. Watch out for our next one. That's going to be the NFC. And till next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And we're out.
Smash Mouth Footballers.
This ain't no regular thing.
Artlist.io.
I shoot my shot and it's clean. This from my city, yeah, this from my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. The game is in trouble. I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake
Music
up
licensing reimagined.
in the field. Man of the town. You've been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy.